Good afternoon. I'd like to greet you all. I am Professor Bishra Saeed Mohammed Al-Nouri from Baghdad, from Iraq, Al-Mansur University College. I'd like to introduce Roxana from Learning Together Multidisciplinary Center, Romania. His topic is talking about a novel approach to holistic education, creating learning together. So the floor is yours. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Roxana Vostinar. I'm a little bit nervous, so please mind that. I will be presenting a model of holistic education, something I've created. And my paper is going to explore holistic education in the concept art working. So the following presentation will focus on 5 parts. In the first part, I'm going to talk about the objectives and the context. In the second part, I'm going to talk about the learning together approach. In the third part, I'm going to share with you the themes and the modules concerning the summer school program, which is very, very important because this is the main part concerning holistic education. Impact and life skills development, and conclusion and future perspectives. So this is the structure of the presentation. Before I start presenting learning together, I would like to talk a little bit about the digital era concerning education, because this is something we cannot talk about it, because today's education faces complex challenges driven by the rapid technological changes. This is something we have to take into consideration. Digitalization has reshaped how young people interact, learn, and grow. Social media and technology have created both opportunities and new gaps in skills, and there is an urgent need to integrate essential life skills into education models. From my perspective, I think that not understanding how the internet has changed our lives is a big mistake concerning education. This is why we have to focus on what is the digital era and try to assume what is going to happen concerning our lives, and especially education, because most of us are teachers. What is holistic education? I've studied the term. It's quite complex and it's quite difficult to own an accurate definition. The word holistic means like everything. But we have to understand that the holistic education is a whole person approach supporting mental, emotional, and social growth. This model nurtures the mind, the body, the spirit, focusing on balanced personal development. And what we have to understand is that the holistic education doesn't care only about academics. It cares about body, mind, and spirit. This is why I said before, holistic education, it's quite complicated to demonstrate with a very, very accurate definition. It's not that simple to demonstrate. I'm not going to focus on the holistic term as in philosophy. I'm going to try to talk only about education. Anyways, holistic education aligns with young people's needs in today's interconnected world. From my perspective, we need to think about education from a holistic point of view. We need this because the internet has changed our lives, as I said before. What are the objectives of holistic education from what I've seen it? Holistic education seeks to cultivate empathy, critical thinking, and independence. It prepares students for a complex world, focusing on real-world applicability. Our objective is to build an educational experience that adapts to each student's needs. And when we talk about holistic education, I think the most important aspect is to focus that holistic education encourages lifelong learning, adaptability, and emotional intelligence. No. So this was the introductory part. Yes. Please let me know if I don't have enough time. So this was the introduction part. I think that holistic education must be connected to the digital world. This is something we have to understand. Education has evolved. Everybody has access to education, and because of this, we need a new paradigm concerning education. Learning Together is a mission. I'm the founder of the Learning Together's educational community. It is in Romania.
It's a great pleasure to have.
Sorry?
Sorry. It's a great pleasure to have.
Thank you so much.
Sorry.
I'm very anxious. Thank you so much. Learning Together, as you can hear the name, Learning Together, is from a holistic perspective. So I think you understand what Learning Together means. Learning Together was founded in 2017 to provide an alternative holistic approach. Our mission is to equip students with essential skills for academic and personal success. The picture you see here is a picture I took 2 summers ago, because you will understand our program involves students and volunteers as well. The center combines theoretical and practical application of holistic education. And it's very important to understand that we aim to build a supportive community for students, teachers, and volunteers, learning together, as in all of us together. So, in the second part of my paper, I'm going to discuss about the Learning Together approach. I don't know if you can see the pictures. All the pictures you are about to see, they're pictures taken from our program. So everything you see here is our own activity. Holistic education requires transdisciplinarity. It's a methodology, and holistic education cannot work without transdisciplinarity. Learning Together applies a transdisciplinary approach, integrating various fields of knowledge. This method encourages students to connect subjects like language, science, and arts. Because we have to talk, because we're talking about the digital era, we cannot talk about our lingua franca English. That's why we have to use CLIL, as in content and language integrated learning, to teach language through real-world topics. CLEAR supports natural language acquisition while enhancing academic understanding across disciplines. So we have many disciplines studying here, but we have to use English if we want to enhance language. As you can see 2 pictures behind me.
The level of the students, is it?
The level of
kindergarten or
yes, we have students starting with 3 years old until 19 years old. Yes. So this is the Learning Together approach. And if we're talking about holistic education, my idea, and I really want to do this, and I'm trying to teach parents around me the concept of educational community. It's quite difficult for me to do that because many parents don't understand teachers. Most of the teachers don't understand because all of them, they're focused on academic learning and knowledge. That's all they care, grades and certificates. An educational community is not only about that. So our approach included students, parents, teachers, and volunteers as active contributors. This educational community fosters a supportive environment for shared learning. I guess you all know the quote that it takes a whole village to raise a child. Okay, I've started the educational community concept from this. It takes a whole village to raise a child. Teachers guide both academic and emotional growth, creating a safe learning space, and volunteers and parents add diverse perspective, enriching students' educational experience. As you can see, the pictures I'm presenting, in the first pictures, kids, they're playing. From 9 o'clock, we have this part called games time, and they're playing outside in open air. all together, volunteers, kids, and students. In the second picture, we have a project from Alice in Wonderland, because we're very keen in understanding literature and bring literature in our lives. And in the third picture, I think they're having English in open air as well. So yeah. What are the goals of the Learning Together approach? You understand the word, as not the word, as in the name, learning together. So I guess you quite understand what the approach is, or what the goal actually. The Learning Together approach focuses on developing adaptability, empathy, and critical thinking. We combine structured learning with creative exploration to build well-rounded skills. You need people around you to learn life skills. It's not possible for you to do that if you are alone. That's why we need, this is why I think we need an educational community, because you need people around you. And because of the internet and social media, it's very, very complicated to do that. This, the summer school project happened in 7 years. We have like 7 topics, transdisciplinary topics. In 2008, for 5 modules, as in 10 weeks, we studied the world around. If you understand the concept of transdisciplinarity, the modules behind me, they're quite easy to understand. In 2019, we had travel around the world with 6 modules, as in 12 weeks. As in for 2 weeks, we studied like one continent, like 2 weeks Africa, 2 weeks Asia, 2 weeks Europe, and everything, each and every single activity surrounded that particular continent. It was quite a journey, really, really, really amazing. In 2020, we had colors for 12 weeks. As in 2 weeks, we studied one color. Everything that concerned green, yellow, blue, even black and white. It was absolutely amazing. It was quite challenging for me because I had to think the activities. 2021, the time machine, traveling to time, as in starting with the Stone Age and finishing the Modern Age. This was quite easy to focus on. 2022 was quite interesting because we had my library and we focused on 6 books. As you can see, the Diary of a Wimpy Kid. We studied 2 weeks the Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Like each and every single activity was directed to the Diary of a Wimpy Kid, and the kids loved it. You cannot believe how they loved it. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Alice in Wonderland, The Little Prince, The Wizard of Oz, and The Iliad and the Odyssey. As you can see, we chose literature that was interesting for them to learn. 2023 was the Cabinet of Curiosities. Imagine a cabinet of curiosity as the ancestor of the museum. And we had like 6 shelves. We had a cabinet with 6 shelves. And the first shelf concerned the human body, as in 2 weeks, we studied one shelf. The human body, under earth, great scientific discoveries, underwater, special gardens, and visual arts. And this year, we had 10 amazing weeks. The adventure chest with the gems of imagination, the pearls of knowledge, the diamonds of communication, the talismans of movement, and the amulets of friendship. So these are the same. These are the 7.
You mean your project takes maybe 7 years?
Yes, 7 years.
7 years.
7 years. This is how the posters looked. Like 7 posters, because each of them was like 7.
Creativity.
Thank you. Yeah. Most of my ideas come when I'm in the bathtub and I'm like, what am I going to do next year? Impact on life and skill development. I can't express how happy I am that children, parents, and volunteers, all of them, they were very, very happy. And this year, summer school is not going to happen anymore. And I have kids crying because they don't understand why I do not want an 8th year. And it's very difficult to tell them that this year I'm not going to have another summer school. But the impact on their lives was absolutely meaningful, and the program's impact was very profound. I don't know how much time I have time. This is teachers' role in life skill development. I'm trying to hurry up because I want to show you some pictures. These are real pictures from our project. Teachers focus on both academic and emotional development, creating a balanced environment. It was very difficult for the teachers because they had to focus on the students, but they also had to involve the volunteers.
Yes.
So you have to take into consideration that you have to focus on two sides, which was quite difficult to do, but it was absolutely amazing.
Two groups.
Two groups, like diverse groups and very, very different. Because, you know, as a student, they come to play and they come to learn. Volunteers, they're there to have fun, not to work. And it was quite difficult for us to focus on both groups. The volunteers as a role model and support, we had students coming and parents, they actually aimed for our program because we work with volunteers. And what is quite unique at our program is that we had students who they were like year 1 in our summer school program. And after 5 years, they became volunteers at the same community. This is what I'm trying to do. And here, as in, I don't know if you can see my scroll. It's my scroll. This is Denisa Hudar. She was my student. She was one of the volunteers, and now she's our teacher for 3 years. She's a full-time teacher in our educational community.
This is your picture.
Yes, this is her picture.
You are the queen of the project.
Yes, thank you. Student growth and personal development. As you can see, this is my opinion about I don't know what did I do. When I look at these pictures, this is what I imagine concerning an educational community. Because students gain confidence and independence by participating in hands-on real-world activities. I told you, I believe that developing life skills, it is not possible without an educational community in this context. The program encourages curiosity, resilience, and self-expression. And students build social skills and emotional intelligence, preparing them for future personal and professional challenges. I don't know if I have time, but I wanted to present one of the classes we had. It's called Games Time. It happened each and every single day from 9 o'clock until 10 o'clock. 1 hour every day. Many kids cried, arguing with their parents because of them. They were about to be late at the games time because of the parents, you know, I have to go to work and stuff like that. And they really, really wanted to be here because games time was absolutely fabulous. I don't know, in Romania, in the town where I live, children do not play outside anymore. Children do not play anymore in groups. And they used to play here every day as a group under the teacher's surveillance. Actually, the teacher conducted the activity. And it was quite amazing. It was really, really amazing. This is Art Attack. I don't know if you ever heard about the TV show, Disney TV show Art Attack. Well, I borrowed the term Art Attack, and we had this class each and every single day from 11 o'clock until 12 o'clock. It's actually it's therapy through art. And art, the craft, the daily craft, had something to do with the lesson we had that day. Okay, so as you can see here, we talked about the fire. Here they painted on plates, and here they had to do like a group project concerning the stomach and the digestive system. Yes, I have this game analyzing the cats and mice game in our paper. This is an amazing game, and they all have to participate because they have to protect their cheese. You know, they have cheese, mice, and cats.
Yes.
And the cats had to protect the cheese in the pantry, and the mice had to steal the cheese. And this was a very, very interesting game. And they wanted to play this game all day long. Volunteers, kids, and teachers as well. I don't know if I...
Thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.